Good Tuesday morning, everybody. We're going to do a video here, take you through the next 7 days. We got a winter weather pattern underway, and it's cold out there. And you think it's cold today, just wait until Thursday morning when wind chills are in the negative digits for many areas. And I went through this weekend, but again, I'm using the Canadian model today, just for fun. I mean, the GFS looks the same. They'll look the same for the next 5 days. So basically what we have going on here, this big ridge out here in Alaska. Notice how this red goes all the way up into the North Pole. That allows, quite simply, for this polar air to rush right down. You actually see the polar vortex is located right here near the Hudson Bay, actually called the Hudson Bay Vortex. And it's really funneling in some cold air to our region. And again, highs all week are going to be in the 20s. Some areas on Thursday, not even going to hit 20. So winter is here. Now, when's it going to snow? Well, today we have a little bit of a clipper system that you actually don't have it here, is coming through. But again, light snow. Don't expect anything crazy with that clipper system. Let's focus now on the period of early to mid next week, where I think we have some potential. So I'll stay at this map, then I'll go down to the surface. So basically what happens is, as we head in, again, here's that big cold shot on Wednesday. You can really see the brutally cold air shown by the deep dark blue on Wednesday and Thursday morning. But as you head into the weekend, okay, I want you to keep your focus on this area right here. Anytime you have the vortex sitting here in Canada and it starts to lift out a little bit, that's when you have to look for a storm underneath. The reason why you're not going to get a big storm when the vortex is pressing so much is because, well, quite simply, if I show you the pressures, there's so much high pressure there that it's just blocking any storm from forming. But once you have the vortex lift away, okay, that's when you might have the potential for storms to form. So you can see the Canadian, by the time we get to Sunday, Monday, starts to lift this vortex away. So the pattern relaxes. There's still high pressure in place, but it relaxes. And the question is, does a storm form underneath this little high pressure area here? So if you go down to the surface now, you can take a look at what the models are projecting. So all the models, this is the Canadian, this is the GFS, okay, show you European right here, see if they have anything there. The European actually doesn't have the surface pressure. I can't show you that. But what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is all the models are showing some disturbance that is going to it's going to try to cut under an area of high pressure. So by the time we get to say Monday, anywhere from Monday through Wednesday time frame, the question is going to become, well, again, the Canadian, I hate when the Canadian's the only model that shows something big, but the Canadian says, okay, we have a storm that wants to develop here on Wednesday, and it could provide some good snows into, say, northwestern New Jersey, into New York, Vermont. The GFS has it more offshore, but it did have the storm, as you saw before. And the European control run, which is a version of the ensemble, actually has a storm developing too. So we got to keep a close eye on this. A lot of factors at play here, especially if you go take a look here. It all's going to really depend on where this area right here. It's actually, if you see, there's the lines are coming together from the southwest and from the northwest. That's where you create confluence, which is something that develops high pressure at the surface. So we have to see where that zone sets up, and if it's in a favorable spot. I mean, it's not an ideal pattern for a storm, but we have a lot of cold air in place, and you can see that by the temperatures ahead of this approaching storm system. Everybody's cold enough for snow. So again, not really jumping on it yet, but I want you guys to know that next week we have to watch, and then past next week, I mean, the period looks pretty ripe. For some potential storm development. And that definitely looks a lot better than things looked, I would say, even a week ago, where it really looked like winter could have been over. But so I'll be talking about this over the next couple days. But thanks for checking in for now. You can see it's a long-term GFS ensemble. It's really developing a high-pressure area over Hudson Bay, which is big for potential storms to develop. And also, if you notice here, it's trying to maybe do a little bit of a negative NAO with a trough and a ridge. So this is for a week from Saturday. So we're really looking long term, but I like what I see. We'll keep an eye on early next week.